Hello and welcome to my channel, Learn to Trade. Um, just wanted to maybe give I know a lot of my subscribers on here are students of our um, trading school, I guess. It was not a school, but of our company, right? However you want to look at it. Um, Day trade. We used to call ourselves Day Trade University. Um, and I know a lot of the students use the pressure. This is our pressure line. This is on a 1 minute chart. It's 7 o'clock Central Time. So I just want to kind of give some some tips, tricks, and hopefully this helps some individuals out. So at 7 o'clock, this was the post. Now the directions are pointing up. Green is on top, but right away, and I've been kind of teaching something called the game, and as soon as you kind of get the confidence in what you're doing, or you get enough samples to kind of show you some patterns and some things to help you out. This to me is not a buy trade, even though green is on top, pointing up. It's just not a buy trade, right? It's pushed away from the pressure. Red's about ready to pop on top, which means we're sitting by or close to a level. And I mean, it's kind of made this one push up, this second push up. So it's kind of gone through a first buy cycle, second, switch back over. We're kind of getting to maybe that third or fourth. So right when I saw this morning, I wanted to take a sell trade. Um, Buy trades maybe down in these areas. As soon as this kind of crossed over, maybe started pushing up, maybe up in this area, right? They'd kind of push down a little bit, but where I would want to be taking buy trades, somewhere down in here, right? Maybe even over here a little bit. Again, in the second cycle, um, kind of after red's popped on top, it comes down, maybe starts testing the pressure. Now, I'm not a huge fan with how much divergence is right there. Okay? Usually in like the second part of the cycle, right, where green is on top or red's on top, as this right here is a great opportunity, maybe take a sell trade. And then up here is a great opportunity to take a sell trade. So this right here is not. You can start to see a lot of times when that price pushes away from the pressure. So the price is way down here on this sell trade. It's pushed away from the pressure. Right? If we were to go back to this, let's do that really quick. Let's jump back to that candle. Yeah, I mean, look how far away that is pushed away from the pressure. All right. Even though red is on top, it's pointing down as a strong signal down. That is far. A lot of times when it pushes far away from the pressure, it likes to come back to the pressure. Here's another example over here. Again, it got pushed away from the pressure. It likes to come back to it. Now, if you're not comfortable taking a sell trade at that 7 o'clock spot, just stop taking the buy trades in that position, right? If you jump on, you're like, ooh, I want to buy right now, right? You're probably getting into some drawback. I'm not saying that this cannot come down just like this, come down, test the pressure, and then continue back up. I'm not saying that that can't happen. But when we have signals like this, right, when it pushes away from the pressure, there's a greater probability that this is wanting to come down. Now, could this go up and win? Yes. And that's why I talked about the other day about replay and back testing and get a lot of sample sizes. This is not a guarantee. Every time it's pushed away from the pressure does not mean that it comes back. Right? This could have another green candle. But does that do that most of the time? Or does it do it some of the time? Or most of the time, does it push back towards the pressure? Once again, be like, hey, I'm a trend person, I love to trade with the trend. Just stop taking trades here. Let it come back first. Let red pop on top. Let that divergence happens, which is probably going to pull it back towards the pressure, and then let it start converging and pointing up and doing that. And that's probably a better time to get into that trade than here. So I saw it and wanted to take a sell trade. Ooh, let's see here. 0.00032. And I'm just going to double the ATR, 0.0000032. And we're going to hit sell trade. So I'm going to double the ATR. Awesome. When you're using your money management, again, I want to get up above a couple of levels of protection. And so the price line is right here. That's where our entry line is, where we're getting into the trade. I know there's a level up here, and a lot of people like to use this whole number, like every 10 points as a level. So we have something up there. I could shrink this up and go back and find it as well. But I will tell you that usually when you double the ATR on the size of chart that you're using, you usually, most of the time, get above 2 levels of protection, right? And if it gets up to that second level protection, there might be a good chance it will go 3, 4, or farther. So I want my stop loss as close as possible, but far enough away to, help out if there's a little bit of movement against me. So let's see what happens. So green, and then that's the beautiful thing, right? That red starts to pop on top and starts to diverge. That's definitely maybe a break signal, right? It's not a gas. This is not probably the time you want to start taking a buy trade, okay? And so that level, I kind of found a level up here again. It's having a hard time breaking above that level. And that's why we wanted to at least get our stop outside of that, right? So our stop is above there, gives us some room. Right? Kind of went up and tested it just a little bit more. Nice. Now this is where we start getting some really nice momentum in our favor. Okay, we could have been a lot more patient here, but I like taking trades at a time and kind of playing it out. We could have been a lot more patient. This is an unbelievable sell signal right here as well. Okay, so we could have waited for that as well. And we got in here, right? That might have been a little early for some. Okay, you might not be at that level. This right here should be a really good. This is where, again, I like to take sell trades here as well. ATR is 13, so we can jump in here. 26 and 26. Now, depending on your experience, this might not be the time you want to take a trade. You might want to wait for something more like this. Perfect. Okay? The longer you go, the more you see, the more you do, the more you understand, the more experience. You're going to have more opportunities when to take trades. You probably won't have to wait that long before you see a trade opportunity or to be able to guess right most of the time, right? So there we go. I just wanted to jump on there. That's kind of a fun trade this morning. And whether or not you are comfortable with taking that trade at that point or not, hopefully you'll start getting that idea that if it's like, well, this should be a good buy because everything's moving up. Read what the indications are telling you. When red starts to get on top, when it's pushed up a couple of times, right? We might even have tried to push up here, it tried to push up here, it's tried to push up there. That could be the 4th time, right? So the more it keeps pushing up or down, right? Again, we can see down, 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 right? The more those things either push down or up, a greater chance it has most of the time to probably go in the other direction. All right, everyone, you have a great evening. It's evening time here. Have a happy Thursday. Today's Thursday. Days just fly by. And we'll talk to everybody again. If you could, please, thank you for watching. I appreciate you so much. Do what you got to do on that YouTube to get this out to maybe help some other traders that are struggling. It's my goal. I really want to help people learn how to trade. So have a great evening, and we'll see everybody again. Bye, everybody.